So the first thing that I've noticed is that no matter if you have dark skin tone, light skin tone, or fair, your complexion needs to be as even as possible. First step for flawless foundation is prime it. I like this because it's got a little bit of shimmer to it. So especially in the wintertime when your skin feels dull, it helps add a little bit of glow underneath your foundation. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Revlon Photoready Airbrush. And I think they might be phasing this out, but I really like it. It's kind of sad. But my color is 040 Natural Beige. I like to spray the mousse on my finger and then dot it around like I do the rest of my... It keeps coming out. Wow. Formula is so lightweight and has such good coverage that if you have dry skin and you're needing something to really help bump up your glow, this would be a great option. I want to make sure that I really get good coverage on my nose because with my glasses sliding up and down the bridge of my nose, I'm going to be touching my face a lot. So you want to make sure that you cover everything well, and then you're going to want to set it well too. But we'll get there. So tip number one is make sure that your skin is as even as it can be, and then I don't care who you are or whether you struggle with dark circles or not, you need to conceal your under eye area. Your whole eye area needs to be as minimal, as even as possible. So I'm using my under eye concealer as kind of a total eye area primer. It's going to conceal your under eye. And I'm really trying to work it up as close to my lash line as possible because I want everything under here to be light and bright. I don't want any extra shadows. And this is why when you put your frames on, whether they're dark or light or big or small, frames draw extra attention and they cast extra shadows. So I think it looks best when it's as bright as possible. So that's why you want to make sure everything is concealed and bright. I'm going to go back with a brush just to make sure that I'm getting everything covered. Okay. What is that on my forehead? Oh, child. Getting some flakes up on my forehead. So in order to balance out your frames on your face, you still want your complexion in your face to have, you know, the details highlighted and low lighted. So go ahead and pop on some at least blush to help keep your face look fresh and awake, because again, when you're wearing frames, number one, it's going to draw attention to your face that maybe you haven't had before. Is that bad? I don't mean that ugly. It just draws attention. It's something new and big on your face. Not like a pimple though. Anyway, now I'm not saying go overboard, I'm just saying don't skip the step. Okay, so I just went in with my my matte bronzer to recreate the illusion of shadows so that my cheekbones look higher. And I'm also going to run it down the bridge of my nose just because I'm not saying I have a big nose, but it's pretty long and it's not necessarily parallel all the way down, so I'm going to create the illusion that my nose is actually the same length from top to bottom, because when I put glasses on my nose, it's going to draw attention to my nose, and it actually, I think, makes my nose look a little bit bigger, so I'm creating the illusion that my nose is actually a little bit smaller than it really is. And again, it's nothing too overboard, just a little some. So for blush, I'm just going to pop on a little bit of shimmery, corally peach color. I think corals and peaches are probably the colors that tend to be the closest to people's natural flush. So it looks the healthiest, and really we're just going for a nice healthy glow with your glasses. So just popping on a little bit of color on the cheeks. I'm going to go back in with this illuminizing bronzer by e.l.f. and just kind of dust it in the traditional 3 shape that people are used to seeing. So I'm going to start at my temples and then sweep it down. Okay, so now that everything on my face is done, you want to set it because you're probably going to be touching your face quite a bit more than you normally do. This Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder is the bomb. Like, I don't have oily skin, but it sets makeup so well that if you did have oily skin, it wouldn't budge. This is just a couple dollars, so I think it's pretty good. So I'm just gonna lightly swirl and tap that off and then set my T-zone. I'm really gonna focus on my nose because I'm going to be touching my nose all day when I wear my glasses. I'm just gonna do one shadow and liner and mascara. If you have really long lashes, you might want to curl them so that they don't touch your lenses, and I just broke my brush. Oops. I am going to take the It Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm going to be using the color Soulful. It's this matte, kind of a warm brown. It's got these really pretty corally mauve undertones though. I feel like it blends really well with my skin tone. So I think it's a really healthy looking crease color. And I'm literally just sweeping that all over the crease just for a little bit of definition. Again, I don't think that you're going to want your eyes to be too dark. So just to add a little bit of contour and definition to your eyes. So then of course my next jumbo eye pencil in Milk, I'm going to use it for inner corner and brow highlight. Note to self, don't film in the morning when everybody wakes up. Filming in the morning is special! Alright, so I've gotten my eyes highlighted and contoured, and then I am just going to add a little bit of a liner to help my top lashes stand out. If you have darker skin tones, obviously the darker skin with the white inner rim line might be too high of a contrast, so just take like a nude or cream colored pencil and line your waterline and see how that works too. Maybe that won't be such high contrast, because some people with darker skin say that they don't like how high contrast it is. They think it looks unnatural. I'm pretty pale, so it's kind of hard for me to experience that. So just line in the lash line. I'm just really going to work this in. It doesn't have to be super clean because you're going to go back in with another shadow and kind of smoke it out a little bit just to make it look natural. And I'm not going to drag it all the way into the inner corner of my eye because this pencil isn't sharp enough. It just won't look good. So you can take your angled liner brush, and I'm going to go into this matte color. Woo! There we go. This color right here. It's called Java from the It Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette as well. So gonna get a little Java. I need some coffee. I'm going back over the eyeliner and just kind of flicking it up so that it tapers out. So kind of dragging it back to smooth it out and then flicking it up to taper it out. And last but not least, I'm sure some of you are just crawling in your skin thinking, when is this girl ever gonna take care of her eyebrows? For the longest time, I would just take my angled liner brush and dip it in a really light brown or light taupe and just kind of sweep my brows up like that and use the powder to fill them in. But any kind of brow pencil, this is the Anastasia of Beverly Hills, or Anastasia, however you want to say it. I'm pretty sure it's Anastasia. Beverly Hills brow pencil, and the color for me that I like to use is Taupe because I don't want my brows to look drawn on. The sun is slowly creeping up on my forehead. But I just want to fill in any gaps and help my brows look uniform. I don't want them to look drawn on or stenciled on, which if you do that, that's great, more power to you. I'm always going to have a proclivity to be a little bit more natural, have a little bit more natural looking makeup. That's what I like. So I'm just going to start right here where my eyebrow should meet the corner of my nose and make sure that I've got a good starting point there. Because for me, that's where my eyebrows get the gappiest. and if I pluck them to where they're full, then I have plucked them too far in. So you can refer to Alicia's brow post too about how to keep your brows shaped well. And then I take the little spoolie on the other end, brush my brows up just to kind of help blend out any harsh lines. That's kind of nice. And then you have finished your eyebrows. If your frames cover your eyebrows, if your frames come down low on your eyelid, if your frames are big or bold, if your frames are clear, whatever, do not skip eyebrows. If there is 3 things that I would tell you to wrap this up, would be clear complexion, bright eyes, and nice, well-kept eyebrows. And I think that that will really help to keep your glasses looking fresh, your face looking fresh, your skin looking healthy, because people think that, oh, she's got glasses on, she didn't try hard today, or she must be sick, or something's wrong. Like, no, I need my glasses to read, and I still take care of myself, and I still care about my appearance and want to look professional. So doing those 3 things, I think, will help every person, no matter what the skin tone, no matter what the age, no matter what the frame, all of it, to wear really well and complement your skin. So I'm just gonna finish with some mascara and then pop on my spectacles and show you how it looks. I use Benefit's They're Real mascara, and now for the spectacles. Ta-da! And that is it. I think that keeping it simple is always the best rule of thumb. So hopefully this helped, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're gonna try it, take a selfie and tag LuxWise at LuxWise or hashtag LuxWise, or we could do hashtag LDubSpecs. So thanks for watching. Bye.